Need dog butt? They finally let us away for the weekend. The last weekend before we head out to the East Coast. So 2 more weekends without camping. It's all her fault.
It's all my fault?
Yep.
Because I gave birth to your kids?
Exactly.
I'm okay with that.
Greenleaf State Park. It's kind of tucked away in the hills in eastern Oklahoma, about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes off I-40.
It's really pretty.
It is a beautiful state park. It's smallish. The lake is smallish.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're paddleboarding, it's not far that you can go anyway.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we spent 5 or so hours out on the lake. She took the dogs out a couple of times on the boards, just sitting back and enjoying life, which is why this video is just a little bit off of our typical format, because we pulled out the camera to record the scenery and a few things, but we really didn't do much talking to the camera because we were too busy chilling.
Yeah.
I apologize for that, but it was just one of those weekends. State park, like I said, is smallish. I think there's 3 campground loops,
And they're decently full for a non-holiday tucked away type campground.
Yeah, it's actually a nice alternative to some of the more crowded places.
And it's not a bunch of drunk people, like some campgrounds seem to attract. It's actually kind of a nice crowd. Even the boaters and stuff weren't screaming and throwing cans in the water. And see, they just wave as they go by.
Yeah, and I mean, we had camp next to us was a bunch of people with a herd of kids. Quiet. I mean, it really was.
It was definitely an H-E-R-D and not an H-E-A-R-D. Because I didn't herd them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and they've got cabins. This was a Civilian Corps or Civilian Conservation Corps park, made back in the 30s or whenever that was. And they have some cabins. One of the cabins looks like it was one of the original cabins. It is really pretty cool looking.
I don't call them cabins, I call them little stone houses.
This one was. It looked like a little stone house. They've got a nature center here that we didn't go to because we spent most of our time playing in the water. And a trailer ride that they did. I think the sign said 1:30 on Saturdays. I'm assuming that's only during the peak season, but 1:30 on an afternoon in Oklahoma.
A little hot.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to sit in a trailer being pulled by a tractor at 3 miles an hour, but
should have had a little shade or something above it. That would have been nice if they had kind of construed something up there.
Yeah. But, I mean, the kids would enjoy it, and we all know that kids just don't feel the heat and the cold like us adults do. We like to whine about it, they like to play in it.
Well, our generation, I mean, I don't know, there's games and air conditioning now, so more than we have.
Yeah. As far as the lake itself, there's a sign down there that says no water skiing, no tubing, because there are trees that you might fall off and run into.
Trees, there's plants, there's dead people reaching up to grab you. Maybe not, but it would feel like it if you fell in that water.
Yeah. Yeah, there,
Lord of the Rings there.
And there was a couple of spots where felt like the fins on the board were trying to grab hold of some of those
dead people.
Trees reaching up, almost to the surface. Just, but I imagine it would be awesome fishing.
Oh, we saw, going through a really heavy area like that, I saw a fish, try to hold the dog from knocking the camera over, but I saw a fish about that big just kind of lying on the surface of the water. I thought it was a snake because it was just lying there, and then I got closer and he flipped off into the water. But yeah, there's a ton. We saw little fish. We saw so many fish paddleboarding. Yeah. I've never seen that many fish when paddleboarding before.
There was a lot of fishing boats on the lake yesterday morning.
People in kayaks fishing, people fishing off the side of the
bank.
Thank you. This is why I keep them around.
Couple of fishing docks. There's a marina down there, and the camp host told me that they have the best cheeseburger in the county. I didn't verify that, but
I went a few places. We both went a few places in the county, and the county is mostly trees and
it may be the only cheeseburger in the county, is what she's saying. Beautiful country, beautiful country.
Kind of hilly. It's not flat. Some of Oklahoma is kind of flat. This is nice.
Nice, big, tall, beautiful trees.
And very green. There's green leaves.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there are. Lots of them. Okay. Now I have to hold the dogs back. They decided to get off the picnic table. Yes, our dogs love the top of the picnic table. That is their go-to place.
There's a 14 or 18 mile trail that goes around the lake. Of course, we didn't do that because, again, we were playing in the water. What else is out here? Oh, well, no phone service. Verizon, nothing. We got nothing out of Verizon. AT&T, you can get data. Teri said it's actually, the data we were getting was better than what we got at a lot of
KOA.
A lot of Wi-Fi at campgrounds. So it's a good place to get away. I got a barrage of text messages from work this morning, and I imagine some of them have been sitting there all weekend. So. Good place to get away. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I think I'd come back here.
Oh yeah. I'd love to come back when it's cooler too, and just kind of maybe get the kayaks out or something.
Yeah, and hike that 14 or 18
There's a lot of ticks out right now.
There are. Yeah, there's I really nothing bad to say about this park. I mean,
no, the rangers are nice. Yeah, it's kept up well. We didn't go to any of the bathrooms or anything, but I would really be surprised if they weren't kept up well.
Yeah. So that was our boring talk about Greenleaf State Park.
It wasn't boring, it was informative.
I'll give you fair warning. You can go ahead and close this video out now for the following message. You know, the world of YouTube, you're going to see a lot of top 5s and top 10s, a lot of controversial clickbaity type titles and thumbnails. I don't really get into that, which is probably why, you know, we only have 269 subscribers, but be that as it may, that's just who we are. Cool. Our channel is more about sharing the happiness of RV travel, RV life, just enjoying life in general. So this next topic is a little bit off character. Miss Teri has been involved in animal rescue for decades. Yes, she's that old. Yesterday we decided to make a trip off to civilization to seek out some hamburger buns because we forgot to pack them up. On the way we came across a pup in the middle of the road. At least from my perspective, this dog was obviously dumped. Somebody went out to the middle of nowhere and just kicked this dog off to the side. Just left it there to die, essentially. You know, in the years that Teri's been involved in rescue, she's heard all sorts of things, you know, people bringing dogs back and saying, well, you know, we're moving, and that's about it. Not really why they want to get rid of a dog because they're moving, or, you know, he chewed up my daughter's teddy bear.
And they walk away without looking back.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, these are full hookers, right?
They are, yes.
Okay, thank you. Sure. Thank you.
Ari, it's enough.
Ari.
Okay, then check.
Okay, you know, sometimes campers are just way too friendly. Where was I? You know, people returning dogs for just ridiculous reasons. I mean, they adopt these dogs, and you know how they get these dogs. I'm not gonna criticize whether you buy a dog from a breeder that's contributing to the overpopulation of
a little bit
animals, or you adopt it from a shelter or a rescue. You know, how you got the dog is not really the topic. It's what you do with the dog after you get it. It is comparable to a child because you are responsible for that dog. Once you take possession of that dog or that cat, you are responsible. You are the human in this equation. It is your responsibility. If the dog is chewing on stuff, it's your responsibility to train that dog or find somebody who can train that dog to not chew on stuff. If you are moving, it is your responsibility to bring that dog along. That dog loves you. That dog feels like it's a part of your family. You don't take it back to the shelter because you don't want to deal with having to move it with you.
Or cat. We're talking about dog specifically.
Yeah.
I guess he is because of this one, but for cat.
There's responsibility involved when you adopt an animal. And when you give it up for superfluous reasons, you're irresponsible. Plain and simple, you are irresponsible. You know, there are real reasons for returning a dog or a cat, but because you're moving is not one of them. Because it's chewing on your daughter's teddy bear is definitely not one of them.
Because your St. Bernard puppy got too big is not one of them.
Yeah, yeah. Or because he went to the bathroom on the welcome mat. Those are not reasons to get rid of a dog. But if you choose to be the irresponsible party and get rid of your dog, don't and dump it on the side of the road. You're killing it.
I truly think she was waiting for them to come back too. I truly think she was dumped and she's waiting because dogs are loyal.
That's the sad piece of it. Most animals that are dumped on the side of the road don't leave the spot where they were dumped.
Yeah, they don't go find a happy family that loves them.
Yeah, mom or dad's is going to come back and get them.
They would never have purposely left me here. Yeah.
You know, when we pulled over for this dog, it was getting ready to get hit. People were flying by doing 70 mile an hour down this highway, and she was sitting in the middle of the highway. So she was going to be hit at any moment.
She couldn't move. She couldn't take a step. She's in really bad shape.
You know, if you are one of those people that dump your dog on the side of the highway, take it out to some remote location and dump it on the side of the highway, let me just make it clear, I don't like you. You are the dredge of society. You are the lowest of the low. There is nobody worse than you are.
And now you're mad, so you're going to unsubscribe.
Please.
Don't let the door hit you.
Yeah, don't let the door bump you or the good Lord split you, okay? Anyway, sorry, I had to go off on that. That was 5 hours of our weekend spent taking care of an animal that somebody else should have been responsible enough to take care of.
We don't know if she'll make it or not, but she's okay now. She's not going to die in a ditch.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, sorry about that. I apologize. I just had to say it.
You did.
We're going to get packed up and head back home from this beautiful, beautiful Greenleaf State Park in eastern Oklahoma, just 15-20 minutes off I-40.
And we're going to leave you two here. Just kidding.
Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you all down the trail.
Bye-bye.